Too late? For what? The Republic to fall? It already has, and you just can't see it. There is no justice, no law, no order, except for the one that will replace it.
What's up, guys? Darth Christensen here. Welcome back to another Star Wars video. And I'm super obsessed and hyped about Maul Shadow Lord right now. Oh, dude. I just got done watching the first two episodes for the fourth time in a row, and it's a really good start so far. Like, I already knew it was going to be good because I made it incredibly obvious that Darth Maul is one of my favorite characters, and he has been one of my favorite characters ever since the Clone Wars. But this series is really showing like a different side to Maul that we haven't seen so far. Like, he's very cool. He's very cool and collective, and he's also very strategic. Like that one time part when he like force crushes the bridge is to distract that Jedi, so he can escape with Devin in his custody. That was really cool. That was really nice. And then also, well, the way that first, even just from the opening scene when Maul like walks off the ship and Duel of the Fate starts playing, and then he starts deflecting blaster bolts like crazy with his saber. Oh my god, and that part made me fanboy so much. That was so cool. And then he got another hallway scene which makes him compete with the likes of Vader and Rogue One. And when he was just absolutely decimating the Pikes, and then like he force pulled that one Pike up in the ceiling and then cuts him in half. That part made me smile so fucking much, because it just makes me so happy that they're not holding back at all with how brutal Maul is. Because as Maul might not consider himself to be a Sith at this point, but he's still very much an evil guy who does bad things. So this is exactly, so it makes me so happy that they're actually going all in and making a series from a bad guy's perspective, which is so refreshing for a Star Wars show to do. And I'm also intrigued to see where Devin goes. The Twilight Jedi, because I've said it numerous times that I think that Maul might end up training her to become the new the new canon version of Darth Talon. And I think they might be going down on a similar road to that. And I think her Jedi Master is pretty cool. Well, her Jedi Master is pretty cool, Master Ego Daki. Her dynamic kind of reminds me of like Obi-Wan and Anakin a little bit, with the way that Master Daki is basically like a very by the book Jedi who's just trying to play by the rules, while Devin's reckless and she's gonna eventually go to the dark side. And the way that Maul perceives the Jedi Code, the way that Maul talks about the Jedi Code and how flawed the Jedi and morale was when he was trying to like manipulate Devin is super interesting, because you get an insight in how exactly Maul feels about how the galaxy after most of the Jedi were wiped out in Order 66, and he's had a vision that he's going to try to train an apprentice to try to take down Palpatine. We obviously know that doesn't work or turn out, but basically Maul training Devin, I think, is probably like foreshadowing for when he tries to manipulate Ezra to the dark side in Rebels. So there's a lot I can talk about, and I have a couple of theory videos in the works before episodes 3 and 4 drop, and I think the Maul contest is going to like skyrocket through the fucking roof these next few weeks. But today, after giving my thoughts on the first two episodes, because I wanted to react to this pretty cool behind the scenes feature that just dropped, and I always love watching these like clips of Sam Witwer talking about Maul's character, or during like the process behind the making of these animated shows. So I think this is going to be awesome. So let's react to it.
This is what awaits all those who have betrayed me.
That looks so awesome.
Anytime Maul appears, it generates excitement. When I was working on the Clone Wars with George, he had an idea that he wanted to bring back Darth Maul, and we did figure it out, and now is the time to continue that story.
Yeah, this right here, that part right there, when Dave's talking about when he was collaborating with George bringing Maul back to life, that's so cool to learn, because obviously Dave Filoni, he's George trained directly under George Lucas. So this has me more convinced that they're pulling directly from George's sequel trilogy idea, as making Maul a crime boss, so he's going to be like trying to take control of all the crime syndicates that betrayed him, like the Pikes and Crimson Dawn, and also training a Twilight apprentice is very much like him trying to train Darth Talon.
In Maul Shadow Lord, Maul is a person filled with rage and hate, seeking revenge for those that betrayed him.
Sam Witwer, so great. He's been a part of the legacy for 18 years now.
The way that this show looks, that's the world that Maul sees.
Yeah, that's such a genius way. Yeah, that's such a genius way to do the animation, because like the reason why the animation looks a bit different from the Clone Wars, from the classic Clone Wars style, is that there's more like brush strokes, as you can see in the background. That's such a genius way to do it because it's the way that Maul sees. It's the way that Maul sees the world, and it's a lot more of like a dangerous, dark, edgy look to it, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. I think this is the best thing animation's ever looked in Star Wars history, especially for the lightsabers.
Dangerous. A little bit more rougher on the edges. You know, anger, fear, aggression.
There are many who have prospered from my misfortune.
This is some of the most exciting stuff I've ever done.
This is gonna be take one.
We don't have mocap on the show, but we asked Sam Witwer if he could give us video reference of some of the performances.
Oh, I love that he drew Maul markings on his face, and he even got the yellow Sith eyes too. Oh my god, dude, it's just so awesome how into this Sam Witwer, just how into it Sam gets. And it's just so awesome every time Sam voices Maul. And I love how like into it he gets. It's like you can tell that he's super passionate about Star Wars. That makes me so happy.
Love it, Sam. Our whole cast is incredible.
My job in this series is to be a good guy, fighting bad guys, fighting even worse guys. Stand up and surrender. You understand? You are greatly outmatched.
I heard betrayed by our own.
Devin Azara is a teenage Jedi trying to decipher right from wrong.
I know what you're doing. We're nothing alike.
Gideon brings so much nuance and depth to the character.
Devin must react and relate to this situation that she is pulled into that goes against all her training she's known so far.
Well, that scream was done really well. That scream was done really well, and also this part right here, it seems like Maul's probably like training her in lightsaber combat, and she's using one half of Maul's lightsaber, which is one half of his Shadow Collective lightsaber right there, and this has me convinced that this is foreshadowing that she'll eventually join the dark side. And it's also interesting that she's using half of Maul's saber too, because I think that Maul has now made an upgrade to his lightsaber where he can like split it into, almost like Cal Kestis. That's super cool.
Excellent.
We really wanted to lean into the ferocity of fighting, pushing the envelope more than what we have done.
Dude, the fights with the Inquisitors look insane. So glad Marok and the 11th Brother both look so awesome in this animation.
Done in the past.
We have several story artists that are martial arts experts. You're gonna love the action sequences.
So in this part right here, when Maul's fighting Master Jockey, I think this basically confirms my theory that he's hiding his lightsaber in this like walking cane stick thing, and just like Master Terrace and Uday. So he's basically like a Jedi trying to keep his presence hidden. I think that Maul's probably hitting Devin's current master as a way to like try to challenge her beliefs, and then maybe similar to when Maul wanted Ezra to kill the Seventh Sister in Rebel, and he'll like try to get Devin to strike him down, but then she hesitates, and then Maul actually does kill him. Like that would be a crazy way to display just how brutal Sith teachings are.
Because we were pushing the cinematic language of our show, everything had to have a quality jump.
Yeah, I can see right there with all of, like the painting brush strokes right there. Or they're definitely leaning in more her like a painting look for the animation, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
The storytelling,
the visuals,
the designs,
the animation.
We created real map paintings.
We have even created miniatures.
And all these lightsabers.
Even the way it sounds.
Oh my god, that part when Maul's fighting both Devin and her master. That's her 1v2. Dude, the lightsaber fights look crazy. This part right here looks like Maul's fighting both Devin and her master. That's her 1v2. So it's a parallel to when he fought Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon in The Phantom Menace. I just love how aggressive and like drawn up the lightsabers look. It's peak. I don't know what else to say. It's peak Star Wars.
Even the way it sounds is more extreme.
You actually hear the sound of Sam screaming built into the saber.
Oh my god, that's crazy. The way that you can basically hear like a force scream. You basically hear like a force scream. I think Maul's basically reusing the same like force scream technique that Palpatine used.
The animation looks fantastic. It's going to be fun, scary at times.
Oh my god, Marok and the Crow look so fucking badass together. And I will keep sounding like a broken record that these two guys are the most badass looking Inquisitor designs ever. And I think that with Maul, he'll beating both these Inquisitors' ass. I think that this has to eventually get the attention of Vader or Palpatine. So I really hope that the theory comes true that Vader will show up and fight Maul at the end of the series. That would be a perfect way to explain why he was terrified of him in Rebels.
dark, dramatic, to bring us the grit and realism that we want in a series with Maul's name on it.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. Dude, it's so good. This looks so good. As you can tell, Maul Shadow Lord is probably like the most excited I've been for a Star Wars show ever since Ahsoka season. Because the way that the first 2 episodes basically show Maul's view on the galaxy, and it has like a very like dark, it has a very like dark crime thriller vibe to it, and the way, and I can't wait to see more of like Maul trying to train Devin, because the way that she like took one of his lightsabers, that part's going to be super interesting, and then. And the lightsaber fights look insane. Hey, I love the way that the lightsaber blades are like extra drawn up and aggressive. So you can definitely see like the painting-esque aesthetic that they went for, which fits Maul's character so perfectly. And then also, Maul, and those fights right there are with Maul fighting both Devin and her master as their 2v1 look crazy. I can't wait to see that episode. And the Inquisitor showing up. The Inquisitor showing up is awesome, so that makes me think that Vader will eventually get involved one way or another. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this like review/reaction video, because it's both my quick review on the first 2 episodes of Maul and also me reacting to this really cool ass his behind the scenes featurette of Maul Shadow Lord. It's just so awesome just watching Sam talking about Maul's character and like the behind the scenes process behind and all the animated shows. And I love the new animation style, the way that they're going for a darker perspective, and the way that they're diving more or deeper into like Sith philosophy. This is just like everything I love about Star Wars rolled into one. This right here is what the shit alike should have been. This is like, I'm so excited to talk more about the show in the next coming weeks. But yeah, have a great rest of your day. May the Force be with you always.